welcome back to my channel. Peta Anique here. So I'm going to go ahead and try this I tried following such and such makeup tutorial video. I really like, excuse the noise if you hear like an airplane outside. I think there's something flying over, but I really like the idea of this video, this type of video, because it really reminds me of like old school YouTube, when you used to post a video and then your viewers were able to post like a video response, either trying out what you did or doing something of their own, or just showing you something that they like to do. I don't think YouTube is gonna bring that back, that aspect of YouTube back with the video responses, but I think this is a neat way for people to actually try out the stuff that others are posting on YouTube. So we're gonna jump into the video, and the YouTuber I decided to try out a tutorial for is actually Keisha, and she goes by MakeupD0LL here on YouTube, and I'm gonna just pull the video up. This is the tutorial I'm gonna be doing. Hopefully you guys can kind of see. It's like a blue eyeshadow look. I love Keisha's channel. She is one of the best, in my opinion, makeup artists that are here on YouTube. She's been on YouTube for a very long time. I'm not sure how many years, but I've always loved watching her channel, and she just really, you know, she's into the business of kind of posting her video and keeping it moving. She doesn't really get into any of the YouTube drama on here. She kind of keeps to herself and, you know, does whatever she needs to do, and she does do makeup as a makeup artist in real life. So I think that's always amazing to be able to kind of see someone who actually went through the teachings of learning how to apply makeup and actually following their directions to see if you can achieve the same type of look. Every YouTube video, like all YouTubers always say, use what you have. You don't have to have the same products, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So I have my little Sephora bag here that's full of products that I have in my collection that may be similar or close to what she is using. So I'm gonna go ahead and take everything out, and then we will jump right into the video. So if I do look down, guys, I have my camera connected to my laptop, so I'm using it as a viewfinder, and I do have the viewfinder open on my camera. I have the video here on my phone, and I do have a mirror over here, so I'll probably be facing this way most of the time. I'm gonna, hopefully it works, post the video here. I'm not gonna include that much sound from it because I don't want it to like overlay what I'm saying to you guys here, and I use iMovie to edit, so there's only so much that I can really do when it comes to editing. So I'm gonna go ahead and press play.
Hey dolls and gents, today we are doing a new get ready with me video on this look.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip through where she's talking in the beginning. I did scroll through her description box where she has everything listed, so I was able to kind of pick out the products that I do have or that I don't have or what have you. So that's how I know what products I have that are similar to hers. Let's go ahead and start for real. Okay, so she's using the Too Faced Hangover Primer and setting spray. I don't have that. All I have is this Beauty Amplifier by Sephora, so I'm gonna try that. And then she's going in with her Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer, and I do have that, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that on. Ooh, that might be too much. I'm like almost out of this. I have to go and re-up because this is one of my favorite primers. I don't really know if it matters that I used a setting spray. I mean, hers said primer and setting spray, so I guess we'll find out. She's using the Smashbox Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer, and I don't have anything like that, so I'm gonna skip that step. I mean, I did put the primer under my eyes as well, so hopefully that works. She's doing her brows with the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencils in the numbers 4 and 5. I don't have those, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow definer, because it's kind of shaped like the Goof Proof, and it does have the little spoolie on the end as well. And yeah, so good as I'm gonna get my eyebrows right now, because like I said, they do need to be threaded and shaped. So yeah. All right, let's keep going. Okay, she's using her NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Caramel to highlight and conceal around her brows. I'm gonna use my hers is really bright, so I'm gonna use the Maybelline to do mine, just because hers is so bright. Like, I'm trying to do it exactly like hers. So yeah. And she's using a brush to apply hers, so I'm gonna use a brush as well. I have a concealer brush here, and I'm gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, like I said. And this color is the color Deep 35. And this is really, really bright. Hers is just about as bright as this. I don't know if it's just like that on camera, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna be super bright. I was gonna use my NARS Amande, but we're just gonna use this. So and she's doing the top and the bottom with this color, so with the highlighter or concealer. So I'm gonna do the same. Oh my god. Ooh, this stuff dries so fast. Can't even blend it in. And she's kind of blending it out with her fingers. So I'm not going to use the Beauty Blender yet because she's using her fingers. Oof. I'm not a big fan of my brows looking like this. I like to use a color like closer to my skin tone. I used to use these bright colors, not this one specifically. I think I might have used this one once, but around my brows, but I think it was like way too bright, so I didn't use it anymore. But now, Lord Jesus, Keisha, what have you gotten me into, honey? I mean, it might help when you, like, once the foundation and stuff is on, because it's kind of like a base under it. Like I said, she's using her fingers to kind of pat it through, so, or in. So I'm gonna do that as well. And this one seems a little brighter than the other one, so I'm gonna just add a little bit more. Okay, I believe that Keisha and I are now twins, so let's keep it going. Okay, now she's putting the same concealer on her eyelids and blending it in with her fingers. So I'm just gonna use the rest that's on the back of my hand and put it on my eyelids as well. Okay, let's see what she does next. She's going in with her Laura Mercier translucent powder, and she's using the white one, but I only have the medium deep shade of Laura Mercier, so I'm gonna use, I only have Makeup Forever or NARS as far as the white color goes. So I'm going to actually use my Makeup Forever because this one is like a light reflecting one, and I don't really know how that's going to turn out. She's just kind of using it to set her concealer, and it's in the cover, so I'm just going to go ahead and, ooh, okay. Not going to use too much. Tapping off excess for days, honey. Okay, well, let's, she's using that to kind of set her eyes. So next she's going in with a shade by ABH called Caramel, and it's just a light brown shade, so like literally a caramel color. So I'm gonna go ahead and take whatever shade I have closest to that, probably this color here called Salted Caramel by Too Faced. So I'm gonna go ahead and place that in my crease area. So I'm gonna use a fluffy blending brush and do as she does. So she's basically just taking a bunch of it and putting it right here. mix it with the darker one under it because I don't feel like it's like as pigmented as hers. So I've been kind of I just went in and mixed it with the darker color that's under it, which is called Semi Sweet. So next she's going in with her Maybelline Color Tattoo Eye Chrome in Bold Sapphire, and that's just a blue like shadow. So it looks like she's using it as almost like a base. I don't have anything to be a base for my blue shadow, so she's doing that, and then she's going over like the crease area again with this purpley blue from Anastasia Beverly Hills called Blue Velvet, and it's almost a little darker than the one she put on her lid. So let's go ahead and do the lid. So for my lid, I'm gonna actually use, oh my god, my palette's falling apart. This is the Urban Decay Dangerous palette, and I've had this palette for a while. I don't really use it that much. Ooh, I think I've used it one time, and I think it was a blue purpley look that I did with it. So I'm gonna just use the other end of my double-sided blending brush, and I'm going to go ahead into the color Evidence, and I'm gonna put that on my lid, and I'm actually just gonna kind of smoke it out into the crease because I don't have like a darker blue to kind of give the same effect that she's giving. So this is what I'm gonna do to make it work for me, and these colors are really pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Okay, so I put it on my lid, and now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of blend it out into the crease little, just so that I can get the almost same effect as hers. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, and I'm actually gonna use a more defined blending brush. I may have to add a little bit more as I do it so that color is there, because yeah. Because she kind of brings it up past her crease. Okay, I think this kind of gives almost the same effect as hers. Yeah, so let's keep going. Okay, I could see that she kind of used the same brush that she did before to kind of, with the brown, to kind of, I guess, tone it down a little bit. But then she goes back in and intensifies it, so I don't know. She's going in with the color Juniper from the Ace Beauty Quintessential palette, and she's putting that over top, and this is almost like an iridescent blue. So I'm gonna see if I can find something like that. Let me see. Oh look, I have another blue here. So I'm gonna go over my lid with this color blue here, and yeah, so let me go ahead and kind of, she touched up the crease area with that brown color again. She just kind of went over it, I guess because this brush is fluffier, to kind of blend everything. Okay, and then I'm gonna take another eyeshadow brush, take this one, and I'm gonna put this blue. It's called So DeMille, and I'm gonna put that blue on my eyelids. Okay, it's giving another tone, which is what we want. So she's going in with like a coal color in the outer corners. So for that, I'm going to use this gray color here. It's called, I think, Purple Smoke from the Kylie Purple palette. So, too fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this on the outer corners, and I'm gonna use that same like defining blending brush to apply that. Oh, making a mess. Okay, because she kind of just deepens up out here a little bit, only on the outside. Okay, I think she's done with the eyeshadow because she moved on to eyeliner, and she's using her Inglot AMC gel liner. I don't have that liner, so I'm going to be using my L'Oreal Liner Intense. So I'm going to go ahead, let me see what kind of eyeliner she's doing. And she is doing a wing. So I'm going to go ahead and do a wing liner with my liquid liner. And I'm going to try to do my wing like hers. Go ahead and do this. So I have one done. The only thing I don't have for this look is the lashes, because I ran out of lashes and I haven't went and repurchased anymore. But I am going to the store today on my way to pick up my daughter, so I will go ahead and pick up some lashes for future tutorials. And I know I never thought I would be a lash person because I never felt the need to wear lashes, but they just bring so much more life to your look. Like now it's like when I do my makeup, unless I'm going to work, like I want to have on lashes. Ooh, this wing is kind of messing up. I messed this one up, guys. It's like going slanted. Ooh. Okay, so I erased it a bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to fix it. I'm gonna make this one thicker because her wing is really thick. So I'll make it like that. This is my good side. So I'll make it like that thick. And then this side, God help us. Oh, this is why I don't do my wing this way anymore, because I have more issues. Okay, that's as good as I can get it on this side. I feel like it's short and fat, but it is what it is. Maybe I'll make it a little longer. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother it anymore. I'm just gonna leave it like that because I'm just gonna keep messing it up. So yeah, and I gotta replace some of the blue shadow I erased over here. Okay, well that's that. So let's see what she does next. So next she's putting on her lashes, and like I said, I don't have any lashes to put on, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply my mascara. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Voluminous. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga Rock mixed with the CoverGirl Total Tease. This is like my new combo mix that I've been loving. So I'm gonna apply the Total Tease first. And she's using the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in Carbon Black, so we're not too off from that. So let's go ahead and put this mascara on. I use Total Tease first to kind of separate and define my lashes, and then I go back in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Miss Manga Rock to kind of give more body. What time is it? Okay. To my lashes. I never do blue eyeshadow, so yeah, this is different for me. I'm not gonna do my bottom lash line until after I do my foundation and stuff, because I noticed she hasn't gotten there yet. So let's keep going. Looks like we're almost done. I think all we need left is just the face and this up here. Keisha, we got to take care of that, even though mine's a little bit extra. She's using the Dior Skin Forever foundation in the number 60. I don't have that foundation, so it looks kind of like a natural finish foundation. So I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and I'm the color 355 Coconut. And she's using a beauty blender, and I have mine right here. It's nice and damp, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it looks like she kind of blotches it all over her face with her fingers. So I'm going to pour some on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to use my finger. And I'm going to do just as Keisha does. And spot that all over my face. I never apply my foundation like this. So, whoo. Yeah. This is new. I'm here trying to use all of it, Lord Jesus. Okay, and then she blends it out. I didn't put any on my up here. This is just messy for me. Okay, so then she blends it out with her beauty blender, and she's using the butt part of the blender. I'm not too worried about under my eyes because I am going to put, doesn't look like she is either, because I am going to put, let me press play. I am going to put on concealer, I hope. We're going to do concealer, right, Keisha? And then she's going over it with a brush. Oh, okay. Now, I didn't use the same foundation as her. Maybe she applied too much while she went over with a brush. I don't really feel the need to go over with a brush, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, she's using the Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation to contour, and I'm going to be using my Black Opal Skin Perfecting Stick Foundation, and I'm the color Ebony, and I'm going to use that to contour. So she does her cheeks and then she brushes it out immediately, and she uses the brush and then she goes over it with the beauty blender. So let's do that first, because girl, your sped up clips are fast. So she uses quite a lot, so I'm not going to use that much because I don't really, yeah. So she uses about that much. I mean, that's okay. And then she uses a brush to blend it out, and then she goes over with the beauty blender. I'm going to use she kind of uses a round brush, but I don't have a really dense fluffy brush. I mean, aside from this, I probably could use this. No. I'm gonna use my Morphe MB30 contour brush to blend this out. So then I'm gonna use my beauty blender, because that's what she did. She goes over with a brush again, and then she does her nose. She does her contour in steps. She does her nose, and then she uses her beauty blender to blend that out, which I've never tried. And then she goes into concealer. So let's finish. I don't know, I guess I'll just go ahead and blend this out with a brush a little bit. Make sure it's not too harsh, because contour can easily be too harsh. Okay, so then she contoured her nose. So for my nose, I usually use a brush, so I'm going to use a brush. And my nose is not being contoured, so we're gonna just mark it. So then I'm gonna use my brush. She uses a beauty blender. I've never really tried that, and I don't plan to start today. So she's going in with her her Tarte Shape Tape concealers in Tan, Sand, and Deep. And I don't own any Tarte concealers at all. So I'm going to be using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And she's putting the concealer on her lip. Okay, girl. She speeds her videos up so much. So she puts it here. Literally like that. Then she puts it on her chin. Like that. I usually make an X, but we're gonna go with it like this today. And she puts it down her nose. Well, from up here. Like that. And then she, okay, then she makes the little, this thing. I also do that. And then she does under her eyes, she does like that. So she uses the lighter color on top, so I'm gonna actually use my Maybelline Deep on top just a little bit, just to kind of give the same effect. Well, it looks like she put a little of the light one under here and on her chin. Doesn't look like she put any on her forehead, but I might have missed it. Let's see. And then she uses the light one under her eyes. Oh, she didn't put it on her chin. I did, so we're gonna go with that. So then she takes her beauty blender. Again, she takes the pointed side this time and blends that out. It's like nothing on earth can help my bags. Like, I can still see them. Okay, so she blends that out, and then she's going back in with the Laura Mercier powder, and she's using her beauty blender to set under her eyes. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Forever, my Makeup Forever, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Bro, I look crazy. And I don't even look this crazy in the mirror. I just look crazy on camera. I look like Ghostface Killer. Well, I don't think he actually looks like this. But anyway, she's going in with her Lancome Dual Finish powder. Anyway, so let's see. Is she gonna brush off? Oh, okay. So she doesn't really bake. She's going in with the powder. And I don't have that. Let's use my CoverGirl Clean Matte powder. And so what she does is, she's not really baking. She's going over everywhere she baked kind of with the powder. So that's what we're gonna do. This isn't really giving the same effect. Then she's going in with her MAC lip liner in Cork. Girl, are we done? Because I feel like I'm ashy. But then again, you know, I didn't use the same products as her. So I don't know if that made a difference. I think my translucent powder was just too pale. She's using the MAC lip liner in Cork. I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Color Riche in Toffee because I feel like that's almost the same color as what she used, and she's just lining her lips, so let's do that. I'm gonna actually add some of my chestnut because this is kind of too light. She's using Borgese Color Struck lipstick in the color Edge. I'm going to use my NYC City Proof Intense Lip Color. And this is the color Nolita Neutral because it's the closest shade that I have to what she actually used. So then she's going in with her Black Radiance Contour Palette, medium dark, and she's using the powder to go over her contour. So I'm actually going to use the Black Radiance powder in Ebony, right? Yeah, the pressed powder, and that's what I'm going to use to go over my contour. So I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush. And I'm just gonna also warm up the rest of my face because I didn't do any contour up here. She didn't do any of that, so I have no color up here, but she is bringing her contour powder up there. So yeah, so then she contours down her nose with the powder as well. So that is that. And then next she's going in with her MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Oh Darling. So the closest color, this is a loose pigment that I have, and I'm gonna use it because I never really use it, and it's by Naked Cosmetics, and it's called Desert Sunset. She's using her finger to kind of put that on her nose. Oh shit. Okay, on her nose, and here, right? And then she's using the brush. She's using like a fluffy fan brush. I'm gonna go ahead and use this brush again, and she's putting it on her cheeks. Ooh, this is pretty. Okay, y'all, so she put a blue shadow under. She used the same color that she used on her lid under her eyelash, her lash line. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with the same color Evidence. I'm gonna go ahead and put that along my lash line. Okay, I think that's enough. Ugh, I feel like I look so ashy. I should have just went ahead and used my setting powder instead of using the one that I don't really use. But at least I got to try it, so now I know it doesn't work for me, right? So next, okay, then she's taking that juniper color as well. So I'm gonna take that blue color from the mini palette, the So de Mille, and I'm gonna use the same brush, and I'm just gonna apply that as well. Okay, so now I think this is the part where, okay, no, she's taking Blinky Shimmer Eyeshadow, Lyrical Lilac, and she's popping that in her inner corner. So she's using like a lilac color. So I can use this shimmery lilac color here. It's called Periwinkle from the Kylie, purple palette. I was gonna use this one that's actually called Periwinkle, or actually called Lilac, but it's a little, you know how you kind of want a shimmery color in your tear duct area? Yeah, so it's not shimmery. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the shimmery one. Hopefully, okay, yeah, that works. The next, she's going in with her Matte Kohl Power Eye Pencil in Feline, and she's actually lining her bottom lash line. I'll just use my kohl liner by Maybelline, and this is the Master Kajal, and I'll go ahead and use that to do my duty, right? So she's lining her lower lash line. Okay, so next she is spraying her face with the same setting spray, so I'm going to use mine. And I'm using a lot because I feel like I look so cakey. And she didn't put any mascara on her bottom lash line. I wonder why. Hold on. Or maybe I missed it. So next she's going in with her Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in the color Conceited. And what I'm going to use is my Becca. I use my Becca highlighter in Topaz. Ooh, and it's broken. I dropped it. Okay, so she's doing her outro right now, and I could tell that she did put on mascara on her bottom lash line, but she probably didn't record that part. So I'm gonna go ahead and put mine on, and I'm only gonna use my Total Tease. I feel like under my eyes look so ashy, y'all. So ashy. But alright, so now she's doing her outro, so I guess I'll go ahead and do mine. Yeah. Alright, you guys, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my gosh, this was so fun to try to recreate someone else's makeup look. It was definitely challenging in some instances. As you guys can see, I had some issues with my translucent powder because I usually use the Laura Mercier medium deep powder, or I use my Sacha Buttercup, and she used a white translucent powder. So I had to choose from the two that I own, and I don't know if it'll look better as the day goes by, but I kind of feel like I look kind of ashy underneath my eyes still. The concealer she used for the brows, being that she used a really light concealer, that ended up working out in the end for me. It doesn't look like off or anything. So you guys can tell me down below in the comment section if you guys feel like I hit the mark, or if I totally missed it, or if I just ended up creating something way different than what she did. I hope you guys really liked this video. I had tons of fun filming it, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.